to celebrate fiercely, to advocate loudly, to activate.
A first of its kind festival is coming to Toronto this weekend, and it's celebrating accessibility and inclusion in creative industries.
AccessFest highlights how artists and creators are using their platforms to challenge barriers, reach broader audiences, and redefine what's possible in music, comedy, and culture. So joining us live now for more is Maayan Ziv, founder and CEO of Access Now. Maayan, thank you so much for coming in this morning to talk about AccessFest. This sounds like a great event happening May 31st, and it's really a day full of everything with kind of a wellness section in the morning. There's comedy, there's music. Tell us what inspired you to put on this event.
Yeah, it's great to be here. So I've lived with my disability throughout my life. And over the last 10 years, we've built Access Now, which is really focused on sharing accessibility information. But along the way, I've learned that although there are spaces for those conversations, they're usually tucked in conferences, behind closed doors, for people who are already invested in access. So Access Fest is really about bringing it to the main stage, turning accessibility into the main event and inviting everyone from the general public to really learn about the power and the magic of inclusion.
And I realize, Maayan, that there are going to be plenty of events taking place, but what are some of the highlights? What are some of the key moments that you're anticipating coming up this Saturday?
So it's a jam-packed day from accessible yoga in the morning. We have therapy dogs coming to visit. We're going to be going on accessibility tours, so people can actually go and explore the neighborhood, learn about some of the great access and some of the barriers that still prevent people, and then amazing musical performances. We've got comedy and some great panel discussions as well.
Yeah, Courtney Gilmore doing the comedy. She's absolutely amazing. I've done comedy with her and I've seen her on stage, so that's amazing that you have her. You wrote an op-ed in 2020 during the pandemic, and you talked about how it was really a pivotal moment because everyone was kind of stuck at home and a time to kind of reevaluate where we are with accessibility and inclusion. What are you seeing today, 5 years later or so, from organizations and companies that are incorporating accessibility, not just on a physical level, but also digital as well?
Yeah, so I would say, we are seeing progress. And now is National Accessibility Week here in Canada, which is a great time to actually promote, create awareness. But I'd also say that in the last few years, we've also seen a bit of a backslide where people are kind of deprioritizing access and considering it as a nice to have or something you do at the end of the day when you get through all of your priorities. So I think what we're really trying to do is remind people that when you center accessibility within every decision you make the experience better for everyone. And so, yes, we are seeing progress, but there's so much more to do and really invite people to be part of a conversation that is so inclusive and quite fun.
Yeah, and clearly this conversation is part of the solution, but do we need to go further when it comes to legislation? Because I know, governments of different stripes and over the past years have talked a lot about accessibility, but it sounds to me like you're saying there's a backslide rather than progress.
Yeah, I'd say most recently we're seeing some pretty concerning signals. Lack of federal representation of disability, a lack of kind of really the signals that we need to feel like we are moving forward. And again, I think that's one of the reasons that Access Fest is here, is to bring the community together, to be able to celebrate all of the strength and the joy that we have, and also remind people that accessibility is not just a human right, it's integral to everyone's experience.
And our society becomes richer the more inclusive we are because we're tapping into different potentials and just more diversity. Tell us more about the event, where it's taking place, and do people need tickets? Is this a free event?
So Access Fest is entirely free, open to anyone and everyone who's either already invested or just looking to learn more. It's happening this Saturday at David Pico Square, and it's all day long. So we will be there, and everyone is welcome.
Okay, Maayan Ziv, I really appreciate this, CEO of Access Now. Good luck this Saturday. Pleasure having you on the show this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Maayan.
All right.